For my holiday collection, I have such an amazing collection of products. And one of the things that I wanted to show you is my Facing Stardom palette. And it really is the entire face. You're ready to go. And really, really easy to put on and super easy to wear. Colors that are universal that will work on everyone. First, I'm going to take cover with a little bit of concealer, used with a little concealing brush, just covering up underneath the inner corners of the eye. And one thing that I love on Beth is she's got freckles. And so often I'm asked about how do I cover up my freckles, and my answer is you don't. I love freckles. I think that it gives so much personality and individual style. You know, best thing I think to do is embrace it and love your freckles. So we're gonna just do this little bit of concealing underneath. And then I'm gonna use a tinted moisturizer. Again, why? Because her skin is in great condition and I love the freckles. And I'm gonna use my blending sponge that's been slightly dampened and just blend a little bit of tinted moisturizer. And this will just eliminate any of the redness and bring all the tone to one color. This will, you know, take her right into fall, and also, you know, her skin, she was saying, tends to be a little bit dry, so this moisturizer is great for those of you that also have a little bit of dry skin. And it also has an SPF 15 in it too. And right over the lip line again. I love covering right over. And then we're gonna take just a little bit more and I'm gonna go right over the concealer with the tinted moisturizer. So again, everything is one tone. When you're putting a cream blush right onto either foundation or tinted moisturizer, the two glide so beautifully together. It'll glide right across. So you want to make sure that when you're using cream products, you're putting it on top of a cream product. The thing that's great with this palette is you actually get two shades of blush. So one has a shimmer in it, one is more matte. So you can kind of play with if you want to have more shimmer or you want the combination of the two. I kind of like playing with maybe a little bit more shimmer on the cheekbone itself and then a little bit more matte underneath it. Really, decision is yours to play with them. That's the thing that I always say about palettes, is that you're given the opportunity to do whatever you want. You can be the makeup artist. So I'm just going to take a little bit of the Flesh Loose Powder with the small multi-purpose brush. So the thing how I designed this palette is that I created a matte shade, and this is kind of a neutrally mauve tone that you're going to dust over the whole eyelid, right to just beyond the crease, and then just out to the outer corner, and then dust your shimmer across the eye. Just it gives you a little extra added protection. And if you want to, you can also play with this. If you want to just wear the matte color, no problem. Do whatever you like. And also the shimmer. Maybe you don't want the added intensity underneath. You can just wear the shimmer. And then the other part that's really great with this is I put in what I call the eye intensifier. So I'm going to actually add a little bit of intensity right at the lash line. And I'm going to use this kind of more of a gray brown, which will match more of the mauve tones that I chose. And I'm going to go right in close to the lash line and just smudge that out and make that a little bit darker just for a little bit extra drama. And this could even possibly even be like a day to night thing. So if you wanted to, for the day, to leave it just like a wash of color over the eyelids and then intensify it for at night with just a little bit more at the lash line, that could actually take you more from a day to evening thing too. And again, always, always, even if you're not wearing mascara, use your eyelash curler. It makes such a difference with the eyes. It's really an important tool. And then some black mascara. I lift up and get right in at the base of the eye. And then the other great thing that I have, it's all that 2-in-1 fantastic thing. You can comb right through. So just take off the opposite end and then just comb through your lashes. And then I'm going to add in the Dusty Rose lip pencil, shape in very softly. And again, keeping those edges really soft. I use my finger a lot to smudge the line so it's not overly strong. With a little bit stronger eyes here, I'm going to keep that mouth on the softer side. It's rare that I ever use a pencil just as an outline. I really use it as a whole base coat. And one thing to remember, that the more matte, the longer the wear. I'm just softening up that lip, so really using it just as a base stain. And then I'm back to my palette, which I was able to do everything out of, and I'm going to use the softer nudie color. And then the last thing I'm going to do is I think I want to throw a little bit more color into Beth's cheeks. And so I'm just going to take a little bit of my Flamingo blush with the contoured blush brush, and just on top of the cream blush, I'm going to just throw a little bit of the powdered Flamingo blush. And it just will add a little bit added intensity and just a little bit more pop of brightness. And always, you can see when I'm using my blush brush, I always work in circular motions, never a back and forth, so eliminating that striping effect. And then just going kind of like partially over the cheekbone and kind of under the cheekbone. Like Beth has very strong high cheekbone, so, and then into the apple of the cheek to really give that glow. Just balance this out just a little bit. And I'm gonna just go back with everything done. I noticed that one thing didn't look finished, so I'm just gonna brush up on the brows and fill in with my Taupe brow pencil. Ever so slightly, little pencil strokes so that they look really natural. And always brush that into place. It's really important that every time when you're using a pencil, or whether you're using my brow kit, that you always coincide with either the spoolie brush or the Lash Brow Groomer to brush through it afterward to just keep it nice and soft. And it all looks great, and you are all ready for the holidays.